everybody, it's Ashley. Welcome to Ink to Paper Saturday Showcase feature. I'm so excited to bring to you this week's video because it's all about Pleasing Envelope Special Delivery stamp set. It's an amazing stamp set. Jennifer Campbell designed this stamp set with a lot of different blooms and leaf type of style of images that you can use to create amazing envelopes when you send them, because we're already creating these great works of art with our cards, right? So why not extend that over to your envelopes? This stamp set is great for making amazing envelopes, but also it could be extended to note cards, tags, and other projects, and you can make them complete ensembles for your ultimate paper suite. There are great images in here that are amazing to use for greetings on the envelopes or cards if you like. And in this video, I'm just going to be showing you how you can stamp basically backgrounds with these blooms and leaves to create a card and then a coordinating envelope. And you can do that with the whole note card set if you want to. Mix and match with other stamp sets you have and die collections, and build upon it to create masterpieces and works of art that I know you guys can all do. All right, so let's go ahead and get started and see what I can create for today's Saturday Showcase feature, shall we? Okay, so here is the Pleasing Envelopes Special Delivery stamp set. Comes on two 4x6 sheets. And what's cool about this set is there's so many different floral images and leaf images, as well as this huge hand-drawn banner that's beautiful, and then the pairing sentiments. So in this video, I'm going to be stamping a background using these blooms and leaf images, and then I'm going to be layering it with the banner and a sentiment to create a paper suite with a coordinating envelope. So I probably will go back and forth with the envelope and an A2 card front here, just to get the background stamped. So here is the coordinating A2 envelope I'm going to be using, and it goes perfectly with the Stamper Select white cardstock, so it matches just beautifully. So I'm going to be using a geometrics oval shape right here in the center, so I really won't need a lot of stamping done in the center part, because the oval, I'll show you, it's cut out of this Harvest Gold, or I think it's Harvest Gold, might be Lemon Tart bitty big pattern paper here. So I'm not going to need to do a lot of stamping here in the center. If you want to make sure of that, what you can do as a tip is just to draw a circle from a pencil around the outer edge, and then you can always go back and erase it. So what you can do is figure out exactly where you want to center it, use a pencil, and lightly trace around the edge of the shape here. Even if it's not likely, you can go back and erase its pencil, and that way you can see exactly where the blooms may want to overlap or things like that. If you get a little bit on your die cut, either cut another piece or just simply erase it. So I'm going to set that to the side. As you can see now I have my oval here, and I'm just going to start picking blooms that I want to use and stamping them. So I want to use this one here, just a choice, and then pick my color scheme. So then I'm going to use this Berry Sorbet, sorry, and just stamp. Don't forget to overlap a little bit, different places. And make things fall off of the edge. And I'm going to pick this bloom as well, this little bloom there. It's like a plumeria type of shape. And I'm going to choose a little bit lighter of a pink. Try Pale Peony. Limeade Ice is my favorite green, so I'm going to use that. I'll pick this leaf here, so it's a tiny one, because I can layer it. like being able to double it up. Okay, so I've done a little bit there so far. I'm going to work on my envelope as well. And add a few of these different places. Before I add too many, I want to make sure I have my lines. So a little bit of True Black. Make sure it's on the right side. Okay, I'm going to stamp right here on the back too. I like to do that for the return address as an option. So now I have a little bit of an idea exactly where I need to stamp my blooms a little bit better. Do some here on the back. And the front. Can make them pair with this or not. And I can't forget about my other bloom. Do some on the back here. Want to go off the edge, which what you can do is take a piece of scrap paper and do that. So you can go off the edge a little bit. Alright, then I have my green leaves. Appears with the larger blooms first, and then I'll fill in. And I'm going to take this small little dotted insert part and fill in the centers of my flowers here. And even though I'm like stamping this pattern organically, it comes together really fast. And I'm going to actually take out watercolor textures, dots. And this is a great way to add a dotted background with some color and some splotches. So I think I'm going to use a smaller one, and I'm going to use Harvest Gold. This can go everywhere, even over the lines here. Alright, and now I'll do my card front. Alright, from here I want to add a little bit of color to my flowers, and the stamp set comes with the blooms that coordinate with it. So I'm going to use that with a lighter color ink. So I'm going to use Pale Peony because it's already outlined in the Berry Sorbet. If you wanted to do like a little bit of a color, just don't ink all the way, or if you wanted to to do more of a gradient or something like that, you could do so by just inking the bottom of it and then doing it again like so. And you can do it again, and you can see how the gradient will show up. So it's a few options there when you're using the ink. You don't have to use coloring techniques. Okay, let me do the front. Alright, now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and stamp this and add a sentiment and fussy cut it out. And I'm going to ink it in True Black. Who hasn't fussy cut in a long time? I know I haven't. To get my skills up a little bit. But so when I just trace right around those lines. I like to snip off to get rid of the excess paper while I'm cutting. Helps the process a little bit better for me. And now for the long cut. I like to leave a little bit of edge when I fussy cut. Some people like to be a little close, up to you. The main tip I have is just to move the paper along with the scissors as an extra tip, as opposed to just moving the scissors by themselves. And I'm done. Alright, now I'm ready to stamp my sentiment. The cool thing about sentiments with pleasing envelopes is you can do birthday wishes, and you can selectively not ink the 4. Okay, it's an option. You can do the same thing for loving wishes, or you can do the whole thing as you want to, or you can just pick a different sentiment from another stamp set, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick Celebrate from Simply Sentiments 1 stamp set, since this stamp set gives me lots of different options to be able to use different sentiments. That's what I'm going to do. So add a little bit of adhesive to the back of this oval shape. Get it nice and centered. I love the yellow with this berry sorbet and the limeade ice. Just so pretty with that pale peony. Nice, soft, and summery. Okay. This is really pretty. What I'm going to do now, I feel like this needs a little bit more pizzazz, so what I'm going to do is take that little stamp here and add it in pale peony on my banner. So I'm going to add pale peony. I was going to do it in the berry sorbet, but before I do that, I want to add my watercolor dot with my Harvest Gold first. And put it right here in the center. And that banner is so beautiful. And then I have my whole card ensemble here. It's so pretty. Okay, everybody, that wraps up this week's Saturday Showcase video. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a great time stamping all those blooms and leaves and building my card and then making a coordinating envelope. Reminds me a little bit of strawberry lemonade, one of my favorite summertime drinks to enjoy, especially during this heat wave that we're having here in the DC area this week. So, this card, I really like it. Celebrates any type of occasion, whether it's a birthday or anything other special news that people have to share. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and you can mix and match some ink to paper stamp sets up and create something similar or something new just to celebrate whatever events or occasions that people in your life have to be grateful for and celebrate and joyful for, because that's why we make cards, right? So that's it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to sharing more creativity with you next week. See you guys next time. Have a great week. Bye.